Hi. It's back to Nashville. I waited too late. Guess what, y'all? I got my period again. After quitting my birth control. It's been the first bad period I've had in years, and it has put me out the whole day, or I would have left earlier. But now I can't get Emmy to settle down. Please settle down, baby. She will not. If I put the cage up, she gets out, she gets up here, and if she stays calm up here, it's fine, but at first she's like going everywhere, and I wish that I could find a safe way to where she wouldn't like be tortured the entire drive, but also wouldn't make it dangerous for me. So, Amy, please. So I'm trying to beat the snow. It's already snowing up in Nashville. I'm hoping that they'll salt the roads because it is a major city. So usually in the city, it's going to be a little safer. Oh my God. Emmy. This cat, I swear to God, I love her to death, but she cannot deal. Come on, baby, please cooperate. My tire is low as well because here, have a little bit of air. I probably have something in it again, but I took it to get my oil changed and my tires rotated. And I asked them to look at it, and they said, "Oh yeah, we will."
Turn right onto Greenhouse Road.
And then of course I got back in it, and when it reset after a couple miles, they did not do anything to my tire. So I mean, they did rotate it, but that's it. And I gotta turn that light off so I can see what I'm doing.
Emmy, right onto Marble City Road.
Lord, I know this is dangerous. I know this is dangerous. Please don't be yelling at me in the comments. I know, I can't help it. She does this. Anyway, I thought that they had blew up my tire, but they didn't. So the good news is, at Christmas, Mom's boyfriend Donnie got me and her both a portable air compressor that will gauge your tire and it will fill it up. So I use that to fill it up to 35 and hope that it holds. It's been holding so far. It just goes down if it's sitting. So I don't know where I'm going to take it up here though. If I'm wanting to get it looked at up here, I don't know what would be cost efficient because everything up here is expensive. But here in Blue Ridge, I can go get it fixed for like $5-10 to get
at the next stop sign, turn right.
So who knows? The snow, I'm worried about the snow on Mont Eagle. It's not supposed to really hit until I think maybe like 9 or 10 o'clock. So if I can make it up there before then, but then of course I'm nervous about getting into Nashville because it's already snowing up there and has been for a couple hours probably. So here's hoping.
At the stop sign, turn right.
I'm gonna go focus on my driving and trying to get this cat to calm down. She does usually calm down after a while. She's only antsy at the very beginning and the very end of the drive, but when it is the very beginning and the very end of the drive, it's very not safe and it's really annoying. And I just wish she would calm down. She's just really anxious. If anybody has any ideas, I might have to talk to a vet about, like, I hate to drug her, but I've been taking her in the car since day one, since I got her when she was 11 weeks old, and she just will not deal unless she's in my lap. And even then, she's quite frantic, I guess I would say. Well, I'll let y'all know if I hit snow. But all I know is my stomach hurts really bad. I have really bad PMS when I'm not on birth control, and it just makes me want to cry. Like, I can feel my eyes tearing up. Like, I took a pain pill. I took Tylenol. And it's tolerable at this point. So, earlier it was not tolerable at all. Get down. Well, 1 hour out of Nashville, and we just hit the snow. And so far the road's not slick, and I don't even think it's below freezing yet. I think it's like right on the edge. It might be like 33 degrees Fahrenheit, obviously. car in my fridge. It's laying on the road. It's laying on the road. I have an hour left where, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Lord, help me, Jesus, baby Jesus. I should have left earlier. I knew I should have left earlier, but I was cramping really bad, and I thought, why leave earlier? I'll make it in time. Oh, shit. I mean, the road is wet, though, so I'm hoping that means that this isn't going to start icing over very soon. But this is absolutely horrifying. This is like, I always say it looks like the Windows 95 screensaver. You're going through space. That's what it looks like. Oh, jeez. The whole emergency lane is covered in snow. The median is starting to be covered in snow. We seem to be keeping both of the lanes by the cars moving warm enough to not have snow. I think there is an accident up here. At least my GPS says that. We're having to go like 30 miles an hour in a 70 zone. As you can tell, the snow behind me. This is insane, considering how hot it has been the last few weeks. I was tempted to take that exit right there. I should have taken that exit. But where would I sleep, you know? It's like, where the hell am I gonna put my cat? Look at this. Oh my goodness, it's just like last year. Last year I lucked out though, and I got right behind a salt truck. So it was like cleaning the road and salting the road right in front of me. This is so insane. I'm kind of gauging it though by like how fast the other cars are going. I see them going, then I know that they're not sliding around, but I'm still going quite a bit slower, obviously. Emmy's freaking out over here. She's starting to pant. She's getting nervous. Baby, I know. I'm so sorry. You need water and everything. I haven't eaten all day myself. I'm sorry. I'd be antsy if I were you too. Just try to calm down, okay? Well, we made it to my exit. We made it to McDonald's, but it's taking forever to get me to even get the order. You're getting a little antsy. The rain's mostly snow at this. The snow's mostly rain at this point. They must have one person running the whole establishment tonight because it took 15 minutes just to get my order in. I just really don't feel like driving anywhere else right now. I'm starving to death. Just give me McDonald's. Amy's getting so anxious. She's panting. I'm sorry, babe. She keeps looking out the window like, what is this stuff? It's snow, baby. I don't know if I've ever driven with her in the snow. I feel like I have. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember. God, my head looks so big when I don't have my bangs down. I did not feel like fucking with bags, so I didn't, because I was just driving up here. What is this guy doing? What the hell is this guy doing? He's walking. What is happening? You're pretty aggravated too, aren't you, baby? I need to be eating healthier anyway, but I wasn't feeling it tonight. I know we're gonna be home soon.
She's an icon.
I've never been so happy.
But yeah, my top 4 for the season is still
part of my burger.
the same as I
To have dirt ass nasty McDonald's than I
Willow and
was right now.
If not one of them, like
that took forever.
Top 5 of the season, I'm calling it right now. It's Camden, Bosco, Angeria, and Willow. And
Sorry.
anybody on this
Nah. It's actually kind of... It's kind of stopped. Well, that's sad. Howdy. Howdy. What am I, Minnie Pearl? Hey, Happy New Year. It's January the 2nd, right? It's the 2nd. Almost the 3rd. I made it here to Nashville. It's snowing. You can tell I've been wiping my nose like crazy. I promise that I'm not doing crack, but it's really cold outside. Who knew that it was going to be tornado weather the day before it was going to snow like this? Because it was literally like hot yesterday. Like so much that it was warmer outside than it was inside our house. Mom was like, oh my God, am I going to have to turn the air on? And lo and behold, see, I was watching Ryan Hall, y'all, on here on YouTube. And I watched him for like 10 hours. Like I had it on, like I had started my first periods in a long time. I had one in a long time. And I was just laying there today, or yesterday and today, just agony, cramping, tired. And I was listening to the forecast and everything, and then he started talking about the snow after the tornado stuff kind of passed, like late in the night. And I was like, no way, right? But it's not laying that much. It was laying kind of, I would say, around Manchester, Tennessee, that area where there's kind of like a little bit of nothingness in between Mont Eagle and Nashville. So yeah, I think that it got a little scary there for a second, but now I think it's a lot better. It got a lot better as I was driving up here too, and it doesn't even look like it's laying that much anymore, but I wouldn't mind for it to, since I'm in here now. I think it's supposed to snow until like 1 or 2 in the morning, so I wouldn't mind for it to lay a little bit. It's probably just gonna melt away tomorrow anyway, but hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Had to go to little girl's room. That toilet runs really loud, and for a while it's a slow draining toilet. Is that what Mom said? Slow filling, slow draining. I don't think I can eat the rest of my McDonald's now. Happy New Year. Again. I'm back. I kind of want to talk about my health and stuff, since I haven't really done a health update since the holidays, and also like update you on how I feel going into the new year and everything. And I know that there are some videos I might end up editing and posting later on or after this video that I recorded last year, that I recorded in November, December, whatever. There's still some interesting thrift hauls and stuff I want to share. So you might see videos be out of chronological order, but just trying to explain that to you right now. Gosh, where do I begin? This is the best I've ever felt going into a new year. Usually I'm really, really, really depressed and scared, and for some reason, even though I did go through about a week of that, like where I was kind of nervous about, was I gonna have enough shows? Was I gonna have enough work? Was I gonna was I on top of things enough? But I actually feel a lot better now. I don't know why, of all years, because I like, just went through that breakup like 4 months ago, and normally I would still be depressed and obsessed with, what I did wrong and all that stuff. And for some reason, I feel more centered, and I feel more in control, and I feel like this is going to be a year that I get to put my full energy and knowledge and talent and everything into my career. And I really hope that COVID doesn't come back in a way that ruins all of that again for anybody, for me and for everybody else. But I feel like the last 2 years were a setback for a lot of people, if not everybody, in some way. And I now have this house to myself. I actually feel good being single. I feel good being alone, and I feel like I'm finally co-writing, and I'm playing guitar better than ever, and I'm starting to kind of figure out my health and stuff. So it's like I'm actually excited for this year. I'm not excited to turn 29 because then that's my last year before I'm 30, but you know, all you can say and all you can think really is like, oh, thank you God, at least you gave me another year. But it's a little terrifying to already be a year and a half away from being 30. Just really freaks me out a little bit. Oh God, I'm cramping. Oh my God. Ow. Well, where do I begin? Where do we leave off with my health? I guess, okay. I put out that video saying that birth control pretty much put me in menopause, which it did. And obviously I wasn't actually in menopause, but it made my body think that I was not producing eggs anymore. I was not having a period anymore. And that all started, it was a very slow process starting almost a year ago, back last January, February, that I started taking continuous, because we thought I had endometriosis, and we thought if we took continuously and I didn't have a period, then it would keep me from being put out for a couple days whenever I would have a period. And so we decided to do that, which I don't know why I went ahead with that, because when I was on the pill normally for like 3 years, it lessened the pain of my periods a lot, and I didn't feel like they were that bad at all. They really weren't. But I'd still get really tired around the time of them, so I was just wanting energy. I got so sick of, hey, Amy, you're so happy to be back, aren't you? She's happy to be in the house. But long story short, I don't want to sit here and talk about my period for 2 hours, because I know that grosses a lot of people out, but I mean, it happens to every girl at some point. And hey baby. And I feel like that we should be allowed to talk about it, because yeah, especially when you have an abnormal one like me. So basically, the birth control, like I've said in the other video, I started having symptoms of menopause. I was having extreme hot flashes, so much so that I can't even describe it. It felt like if I was outside in the snow right now, it felt like it was 200 degrees. Like I can't describe it other than just feeling hot and sweaty all the time. And no matter how much deodorant I used or anything, I was just still sweating, which is the case right now because I am on my period. But at least I only get the worst of that for a few days versus every single day of my life. So it's like, but not only that, but my risk for stroke and heart disease went up, which my holistic doctor was like, some of this stuff like looks normal, and then some of the stuff on the blood work, he's like, I don't see this out of a 28-year-old. I see this out of like someone that's in their 50s or 60s. And I'm like, And then what else? It was messing with my thyroid, I'm pretty sure. We won't know for a while until my hormones get a little bit more regulated, and we can, I guess, probably do blood work again and see if it's changed it. But I'm pretty sure that even if it wasn't 100% the birth control that was causing my thyroid to do things, I'm pretty sure that it had something to do with it, because I read a lot, I researched a lot, I read a lot, and it said that a lot of people get a thyroid problem when their body changes, when they're going through the change, when they're going through menopause. And that's because your thyroid hormone, your endocrine system, everything has a lot to do with your female hormones as well. So a deregulation of estrogen or whatever can mess with the thyroid, or vice versa. So I mean, I'm not a medical professional, but from what I've been reading, it makes sense to me. Like, I like to know what I'm putting in my body and why things are happening. So I don't know. But basically, I finally went to my holistic doctor. It was like a few days before Christmas, and he basically, like, I haven't been to him in a long time. COVID, moved up here, whatever. I hadn't seen him since like the end of like 2019 or something. And yeah, I think it was like August 2019 or something. It was like right before I moved up here. And he basically like takes these kits and like lays them on you, and then like figures out by the vibrations or whatever. It's insane. What things that your body needs and what it doesn't need, and what you're sensitive to and whatever. I don't know. But you gotta understand too that we did do actual blood work where we got actual like medical data on me too, not just the this natural way of doing things. It's a combination of both. But he tested different vitamins that I needed. He tested my medication that I have been taking. So basically, with the medications, first off, he's telling me to go off of everything except the Zoloft. And if I could eventually even go off the Zoloft. But I have been having a hard time sleeping if I don't take something to sleep. So I've kind of been like playing around with stuff. I wasn't on the Wellbutrin for that long, so I've kind of been not taking it. And if I feel like I'm out of sorts one day, then I will take it, just because I'm trying to make sure that I don't get really sick or have a seizure or have some kind of mental breakdown because I'm not taking the Wellbutrin every day. But I wasn't on it for that long, so I really don't think that my body was that used to it. But I haven't taken it in a couple days now, and I feel okay. What I need to do, though, I think, is to cut those pills. They're massive. Cut them down into like 4 pieces and take a quarter every day maybe, and then slowly wean off of it instead of skipping days like I have been doing, because I don't know if that's good. I got a pill splitter. It's laying over there, and I forgot to bring it home with me, so I just haven't really been taking them that much. But the sleep is the hardest part, and I've just kind of been playing around with different combinations of like, do I half this one and still take the whole one of this? Do I only take one of these instead of 2? Like, I'm just trying to like chisel it down. But it's hard because if I don't take any anxiety medicine, I can't get out of bed, and I can't function, and I can't go out and talk to people and stuff normally without feeling extremely anxious. But if I take it, it almost stimulates the serotonin in my body to where I can't go to sleep at night. So then I end up having to take sleeping medicine. But it's like, either way, if I'm not taking the anxiety medicine, if I am taking the anxiety medicine, I have a hard time getting out of bed either way. And I'd rather not be able to get out of bed because I didn't sleep that well versus me being depressed and anxious. So I don't know. So the one thing I've definitely quit is the birth control, and I'm already feeling a difference. I do really hate the PMS symptoms, so I hate feeling tired all the time for like a week or 2. I hate the pain, I hate the headaches and the nausea and everything else that's going along with that, and the acne, of course. I have started using my acne cream again, which is gonna help to dry up anything that's gonna be, because my face gets oilier when I'm not on the pill, but my face was way too dry when I was on the pill. So if I use benzoyl peroxide, usually it takes care of any of the bacteria that might be in there. And so, you know, I'd rather get one little zit a month than to have to be on the birth control again. So it's been, what, a month now maybe since I quit it, and I finally had a period. It started last night. And again, TMI, cut off of this if you don't want to hear it, okay? Instead of sitting here saying, ew, Lindsay, you're so nasty. Well, don't watch it then. My throat, my antihistamines go all over the place too when I'm having a period, so I'm gonna clear my throat a lot. I took a Benadryl. It's still happening. I had kind of forgotten what it felt like, but I knew when it started that's what was happening. And I'm feeling all the different like hormones and everything again, and it's just like I feel like I have more energy, even though have been tired because I've been PMSing. I really don't know how to describe it, but it still hurts, but it's not hurting as bad as it used to. But then again, I did take a pain pill, and I did take Tylenol, and I had to take a muscle relaxer to sleep last night. I mean, I have to take something for it because it hurts. But so far, this time hasn't been as bad as some of the worst times. And I'm wondering if that will be the case because I don't have any extra tissue in me anymore that is preventing me from shedding completely. It's nasty, I know. But because I had the first 2 surgeries, I shouldn't have any back bleeding. And therefore, everything's coming out, you know, it's clean, it's nasty. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm just saying everything will be more normal. And therefore, I shouldn't have so many blood clots that are irritating my insides, if that makes sense. So, I still have ovarian cysts though. I don't think those will ever go away. They might get better though after, you know, being off birth control. They could have happened though before the birth control, and the birth control helped. It could have made them worse. I don't know. No doctor wants to take the time to figure out exactly what causes what. And I think that a lot of things have been overlooked because my body is kind of complicated, and it's highly sensitive to things. And speaking of the devil, I've been so itchy. Now, tramadol it's a synthetic opioid, but it's very, very light. Like, you don't really get high off of it. It just kind of takes the edge off of pain. If ibuprofen or Tylenol isn't enough, now obviously people can't abuse it. I would say, you know, if you took more than one, if you took multiple of them, you'd probably get high, but that's not what I take it for. I take it when I'm in pain, and Tylenol or ibuprofen's not enough. And that can make me itch a little bit. The vitamins sometimes can make me itch a little bit. And then I had this third idea. Okay, so I've been itching really bad, especially when I started my period. And I just thought it was weird because I've been taking the vitamins every night. I only take the tramadol when I need it, and the tramadol hasn't been making me itch anymore because my body's kind of gotten used to it. But last night, I about scratched my body. Like, I about scratched holes in my body. It kind of reminds me of like when I've had my surgeries and they've put me on hydrocodone, or I've had bad coughs and I've had the hydrocodone syrup and stuff. It just makes me itch so bad. And I know that those are like actual like strong opioids, but I only took like half of a pain pill, half of a tramadol, which is going to be very low of a dose compared to hydrocodone. So I don't know why I've been itching. I actually looked up, I was like, can you itch when you go off like the pill or whatever? And I feel like there might be some kind of correlation between me having been on the pill for so long and then going off of it, because there's something like hypersensitivity to progesterone or progestin or whatever it is that is in the birth control. Like, I've been I've had it controlled for so long and now I don't, and maybe maybe my whole body's itching because I'm on my period. I really don't know. It is bizarre. It is really bizarre, and I've had to take antihistamines, which just dehydrates me even more. My throat always gets really dehydrated when I'm on my period. My nose bleeds, my throat swells, my lymph nodes and everything. I just kind of forgotten what it was like to have that happen once a month, and it's almost like I feel like I'm gonna have strep throat or I'm gonna have like sore throat or something, and then it turns out that it's just my time of month. It's just the weirdest thing. If you're a highly sensitive person like I am, and things like that just completely like make everything in your body swell, then you probably understand. But lo and behold, he put me on some vitamins, and my holistic doctor did. And let me go. I did bring my bag in. Let me show you what he put me on. And now obviously, gosh, where did I put them at? I think I put them in this bag. Obviously, if you're seeing this part, you'll know that I didn't edit this at all. There's 1, 2, 3. Where's the... There's the other one. Ow. Emmy, you're the star of the show now. Oh, sorry, baby, you hit your head on my arm. First of all, expensive. Insurance does not cover holistic practices, which sucks because they'll give you every chemical known to man through a prescription, but when you want to go get something natural, they don't give a fuck. So this one was $21. This one was $23. This one was $25. This one was $37. I guess that's the price, right? Yeah, that's the price. I went out of my appointment the other day paying $300. $300. And I can't keep, I don't know how I'm going to keep that up. I really don't. I don't think I can keep that up. But basically, he would take each thing, you know, and like hold it up to you and like see what your body needed. You know, it's just, I know it seems crazy, but things in the past that he has helped me with did actually help me, and then some things didn't. And I mean, that's just, it's just like with actual medical, you know, medicine. It's traditional medicine, I guess you would say. It doesn't always, you know, not everything I take helps me. More of it hurts me than helps me. But these are gluten-free, non-GMO, and hypoallergenic. Every single one of them are. And yet I'm itching. And I think that might have to do with the B6, but we'll get there. So the first things, let's see. This was the main one, this Pantothenic Acid. I think he said it has something to do with the vitamin B. Damn, it's 10,000% the daily value. Jeez. And I thought, damn. It is B5. It's B5. So he wanted me to take 3 of these at dinner. We'll get to an explanation about that in a minute. And then we have the B6 and B1. So I was taking B5, B6, B1. And I was supposed to take 3 of these at dinner. Then it was this LPA plus, which is lipoic acid. Yeah, it's lipids. And I was supposed to take 3 of these at bed, and then whatever this is I don't know how to pronounce that. Saccharomyces boulardii. That's supposed to be for your GI tract, which obviously I need constantly because my stomach hates me. Anyway, I was supposed to take 2 of these at bed. So I started off doing exactly what he said, and I took 6 of these. I took 3 of these at dinner and 3 of these at dinner. I got so nauseous, and they're big. Now, this has happened to me before when I've taken stuff like this, but I mean, they are big. Shit. I need to take some right now anyway. They are big capsules. Capsules. And I got so nauseous that first night. I about puked. I went and I sat over the toilet for like an hour, and I begged Mom to get me one of her magic nausea pills that she has. And I had to take part of one. I felt so horrible, and I thought maybe it was, at first I thought it might be like an ovarian cyst that was rupturing or something, because it felt like it might be that. Like I thought, well, maybe it's something to do with my ovaries because I quit taking the pill, but it was indeed the vitamins. So I talked to my doctor about it, and he was like, did you try it this way? Did you try it this way? I gave it about 3 days. I took them before I ate. That made me extremely nauseous. Took them while I ate, made me still nauseous. Couldn't finish my food. Took it after I ate, still made me nauseous. And so he's like, you know, I don't want you to have to cut them down, but if your body's that sensitive, you might want to. And I was like, yeah. So I've cut them down to 1. And I think that that's where I need to stay for now, because I can't be making myself want to puke every single night. I mean, that's counterintuitive. And then to have to take something to keep me from puking that dries me out even more. Counterintuitive. So I've gotten to where I take 1 of each. I take 1 of each of these at dinner, which I'm going to take right now since I just ate. And then 1 of each of these before I go to bed, which usually dinner is not too long before I go to bed anyway, so it's kind of similar. I hate taking these capsules because they're so big and I can just feel them go all the way down. They give me heartburn. I think the capsules are made out of like silica and gelatin, and I don't know why, but they give me such bad heartburn. That's why I quit taking those before, when I had some kind of immunity ones from the same doctor, and I quit taking them after a while because of the heartburn. But anyway, it's supposed to help me. I think of all of the ideas I have of what could be making me itch, I think each thing does kind of play a part, but I think taking all these B vitamins is the problem, because Mom and I have always had the issue. We've taken biotin before, and just the biotin made us itch so bad. Like, we both had to quit taking biotin, like for hair and nails and stuff. A lot of people take prenatal vitamins, not just for if they're gonna have a baby, but some people take it just for their hair and their nails and stuff. And Mom and I did that at one point, and we got so itchy we had to quit taking it. I was scratching holes in my head. I mean, I guess maybe it was stimulating my follicles or something, but the same thing is happening with the B1, B6, and then not the lipids, and this B5. And I've had issues before too where I've taken B12 and it's broken my face out. So I really don't know what I'm supposed to do, if my body's gonna get used to it or not. I really need to send him a message tomorrow, and I'm gonna say, hey, is like itching normal? I really do think it's probably the B vitamins. But I've been really, really tired still. I feel like the swelling is going down in my neck quite a bit. I mean, obviously I've been able to do makeup and stuff too that covers it up. I finally learned how to like kind of darken that up, but I'm not wearing that kind of makeup right now. I'm barely wearing anything at all. So I just feel like, I mean, obviously if I do like that, you can see, I just feel like it's not as swollen. And my belly doesn't seem as swollen. Obviously I haven't been eating as much though, which is another reason, because these made me nauseous. And I've just kind of now in the last few days gotten to where I've slowly been able to start eating a meal again. And I don't know what this is going to do for me. I don't know if it's going to fix my problem. But I can say that I'm already getting to a point where I'm feeling better. But I'm not feeling at all 100%. I'm still not sleeping throughout the night. I'm waking up itching and scratching myself, and obviously having a period again, it ruins a couple days out of every month, because I get so tired. I get anemic. I'm not normally anemic, which we looked into that too on my blood work, and he was just like, yeah, you're not anemic at all, so you don't need iron. But obviously when I'm bleeding, I bleed a lot, which is disgusting, I know, but I have cysts, and that's kind of what happens. It's really painful, and it's a lot, and that means that I think probably, most definitely, probably get anemic for like a day or two, and then I go back to normal. So, and another thing he said was that, my vitamin D was kind of like heading toward low, and that, pretty much everybody has low vitamin D, especially around wintertime. But he said that my body then was testing, though, for me not to take vitamin D. And I said, I don't know if you know this, but they say that redheads produce more of their own vitamin D because our skin is so light that, we came from climates where there wasn't a lot of sun for a lot of the year. I mean, obviously, like England and Ireland and Scotland and stuff, like it's rainy a lot up there. There's not as much sun as there would be in like Florida or South America or whatever. It's one reason that we came from where we came from, is because we absorb a lot of light with our light skin, and that's why we're more prone to skin cancer and stuff. So I'm assuming that maybe that's why my vitamin D isn't super low, so that's good. But he was shocked by that, and I was like, I'm not actually really shocked by that, because it's kind of how it goes. But I just think it's funny that the one thing that I need is all these B vitamins, and they have proved time and time again to make me sick, to make me itch, there's something about B vitamins. It's almost like I have I guess I do technically have autoimmune if my thyroid's messed up, and that interstitial cystitis that they said I have. I guess technically I do have autoimmune stuff, even though I haven't really been getting sick or anything. It's just I've been feeling bad. But I guess maybe the autoimmune stuff could be related to attacking these B vitamins. He said that my body's making the things it's supposed to be making, but I'm not absorbing them, because he said he looked at the blood work, and he could see where it'd be like there'd be a category of stuff, like certain liver function or whatever, and everything's normal except one thing. He'd be like, and that's the thing that it's like, you've got everything you need to have that, but your body's not absorbing it and holding on to it. It's I'm just peeing it all out. I'm not holding on to things that I need in my system. I don't know. It's all very confusing. I'm giving this a go first, though. I'm going to work with him for a while. And if we don't get everything straightened out at some point, I will probably go to an endocrinologist. But I had more luck hearing back from him first than I did from any endocrinologist. And I've kind of gotten to the point where now I'm not trusting traditional medicine as much anymore. I'm really not. I mean, obviously there are things that you can only do through traditional medicine, and there are things that you don't have to, that you could, whatever. I don't know, though. I know that I am bitchy. Again, I'm back to old PMS Lindsay, where I get manic for a few days and can't sleep, and then all of a sudden I'm just a bitch. And I need to talk to my pelvic floor therapist. I need to talk to my holistic doctor, and I need to ask them, what can we do to help with the PMS, because it really does put me out for a day or two. It's like being deathly ill for a day. 24 to 36 hours, just ill, really bad. And that's why I slept all day today, and that's why I didn't get up here until it started snowing. So I almost trapped myself. But anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to discuss. I do feel better though. I feel like I feel better mentally. I felt like when I played on New Year's Eve for that party at Granddaddy Mims, you had like Tommy, who owns the place, who plays with the people that are left out of Waylon Jennings' band that haven't passed away yet. You know, he's a songwriter, and he had his friend Craig Collins, who I've talked to years and years ago about songwriting, but hadn't seen him in forever. He played, and I just, for once, you know, I played like a set, and for once I just kind of felt like I didn't feel lesser than. I felt like one of the group, you know. I felt like I belonged, like I felt, I wasn't sitting there thinking I'm lesser than these people or I'm better than these people. I was just thinking, you know, we're on this level together. We're in this game together. We're in this music business together, and it didn't feel like I was separated from that or I was an outsider from that. And that's the first time in a while I felt that way. But I think just being able to finally start co-writing and start really working on myself again and everything, I don't know, I felt really good about Friday night. And I would have stuck around a little bit longer, but I was like by myself, and I didn't want to sit and drink by myself and then have to drive home, you know. Like I said, adios y'all, I'm gonna go home and drink some champagne. If it would have been New Year's Eve, I probably would have stuck around and watched a little more, but I didn't want to get stuck out on the road after midnight, especially, you know, because I would be drinking. So, you know, I didn't want to do that. So I went home and drank champagne. But I've been thinking of song ideas again. I've got a couple of them I've written down, and being able to finally write with people. I'm getting a little bit better about it. I'm getting a little bit less self-conscious about it, and I think that the fact that I'm becoming confident, knowing that I can write by myself if I want to, or I can write with somebody else, it helps a lot. And to kind of know that not everybody's going to be the right writing partner for you, and I think that that's okay. I've had a really good time writing with Byron. He is one that I've written with many times now, or several times now, at Precious's building downtown. Yeah, she's the lady that helps us with getting together and writing and getting us hooked up and connected with people. She wants to get me hooked up with a guy that records really good, like high quality demos, because I just don't think that I could. Let's be honest, my EP, I love working with Jimmy. My EP was thousands of dollars, you know. It was after it was all said and done, it was like, which, I mean, I wasn't really supposed to disclose this, but I guess you kind of already know, because if y'all did like the Kickstarter and stuff. But prices vary, things have changed. If you go to him now, it could be different. It just kind of depends on who you use in your band, like who does the studio work and all that stuff. It really it depends on a lot of things. But I spent almost $10,000. I mean, probably like, when it was all said and done, like $8,000 or something or more. And that was just 5 songs. And as much as I'd love to go and record all my songs and do them like exactly the way I want them, I just don't think that that's going to be feasible. So Precious knows somebody she wants to introduce me to that he'll do each one for like $300, and he'll do, you know, they're not like fully produced like masterpieces, but they are produced enough that you put them on Spotify, you put them online, and just simple, good sounding demos, and I would love that. $300 a piece, I'd be down with that. I could do a couple a month, you know, put them online. I've got so many songs that I haven't recorded since my last album, and ones that I think are really good, and ones that I think that mean a lot to me and represent me better as a writer and as an artist. And I just really want to get some recorded this year. As y'all know, I've been wanting to for a while now, and COVID, you know, kind of screwed that up. I got to where I didn't want to because I wanted to save my money, and I'm still kind of in that funk. But I think that I will figure something out with that guy, hopefully, and we can get some new music for y'all. There's so many songs I want to get in the studio and record, so many of them. What else? I'm itching still. I have to go get the Benadryl out of my car, even though I just took one. It literally feels like, it feels like the codeine itchies. Like it feels like I've been taking opioids, like full hardcore. I mean, I know I took part of tramadol, but that was last night. Ugh. It should be worn off by now. Well, what am I gonna do this week? I'm gonna work on the house, probably write, probably go out a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I just want to say thanks to everybody that supported me in 2021. It was a great and a horrible year all at the same time. I learned a lot. Had my first, you know, adult relationship and lived with somebody and realized how freaking hard it is and how much respect is needed to go into that. And a lot of people nowadays just don't have respect for one another enough to live with one another. And I guess that's one reason we don't really get married that much anymore. We don't stay married. Part of it's good though, because you can now get out of a marriage that's maybe abusive, because you're not gonna have as much shame on it as there used to be. There used to be a lot of shame on it. But at the same time, it's like we never seem to learn to respect each other enough to live with one another and to work together and to compromise. And we definitely are in a selfish generation. And I know I'm a selfish person, but I often lose my sense of self when I end up with somebody that drains me of that, and someone that seems like they're hard to please. And just, it took a lot out of me this past year. And I did everything I could just not to be lonely, and just to prove to myself that I could be in a relationship and I could make it work. And just because of my lady issues that I have and everything, that, you know, someone could love me regardless of that. And it didn't work out. No one can love me right now with that going on, I guess. And if that's the way it has to be, then I guess that's the way it has to be. I'd rather be alone and happy than I would to be with somebody and them make me miserable constantly because I can't give them what they want. So I think 2022 is going to be me learning even more how to love myself again, and to do things on my own, and not just that, but to try to make friends and keep friends. And all of that terrifies me too. Making friends nowadays is almost like getting into a romantic relationship, because not only have romantic relationships let me down, but so have friendships and work relationships. And I just am always afraid to put my full self into something like that, because I'm afraid that I will do something to fuck it up and I'll end up getting hurt or hurting somebody. And I'm terrified of that. And I am just really terrified of making friends, going on dates, making work relationships that are too close, And I guess that's just kind of how I've coped with things. So I think this year is a year I need to learn how to better make friends and relationships and I don't know, network a little bit. My baby. And of course, spend the year with my baby here. I don't need any children right now. I just need Emmylou. You're so soft, baby. She literally feels like her head and her neck hair and stuff is just like a chinchilla. Like she's just got that really soft rabbit chinchilla. You got rodent fur. You're so cute, baby. But gosh, what time is it? It's 12:16, which means it's 1:16 at home in Georgia. I need to hang this up. I really need to rest. That's probably the best thing I could do right now, instead of trying to work on the stairs. I'll get back to that tomorrow sometime, but yeah, I'm gonna go rest. I really need it. And then we can start fresh, and I really want to make 2022 my year. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. All by my lonesome. I want to check on the snow one more time. Hold on. I've got cat hair all over my pants. They quit? I mean, it's pretty much, it's not quit. It's just not coming down like it was. And it really didn't end up laying on the roads. Will it freeze over the water? Yeah, probably will for a little bit, but I don't think that it'll stay frozen until, like, it might unfreeze about noon tomorrow. So I'm gonna go to bed. Me and my vitamins. I went from taking 15 different pills to 15 different vitamins. Maybe one of these days I'll stop itching. I am just waiting to get off this right now. I'm going to hit the record button and just take my hair out, and I'm going to just run my hands through it. I don't know what it's like to have chickenpox because I had the vaccine when I was a kid, but I have to imagine this is kind of what it feels like, minus the sores. Like, I am just itchy all over. Okay, all right. Bye.